Hello gentlemen, I've got the fourth update for you on my trumpeter 1/72 scale Vickers Wellington Mark. Yeah, I've got the fifth update for you on my trumpeter Vickers Wellington Mark Vickers trumpeter 1/72 scale Vickers Wellington Mark 10 that I've entered into Jim Parashaksis Italian front group build. So before I do the update, usual business of shout outs to Model Pro 72 Lenny. Great work on your on the cockpit of Sunderland, Lenny, and great for you as well. Look forward to the next progress update that one mate. Basic modelling, Aaron Newlands, Atomic Dog. Basic modelling, Rob, Aaron Newlands, Atomic Dog. There's your comments, Aaron Newlands, Alex Modelling, Kilo and Lewis, Shane Hyland, making models again, Gary, Mark O'Neill, Mark, choose your comments, Nigel Wells, Cohen C, Waterloo 745, John, Warren Blanche, Lon 757, Pete, That's Guy, Inspired Tech, RASDV, Callum Wilding, Marvel HQ, Dead Graham Tom, Mr. Z Kits, AZ Kits, Airfix Freak, Mr. Morski WS, Andrew Coins, Andy Model, Mr. Cool Fan JU, Trainboy 220, Golden Eagle, James Day, James Dogs 4, Child Modeler, Crazy Kit Builder, Crazy Modeler, Hobby Modeler, UK Scale Modeler, Mr. Great Models, Do the Update, Stephen M, Paul Marsh, Engine Darkside, Las Vegas, Dan, Max, Marin, Ellie, Mida, Kelsey, Kira, Chloe, Mum, Hayley, Billy, June, Greg, Lynn, Lay, Ashley, Alex, Andrew, Gavin, George, Tom, Tristan, Joe, Sam, Caroline, Luke, Lisa, Lucy, Louis, Diggs, Lucy, Louis, Debbie, Diggs, Nan, Nico, and Charlotte. Speak to you soon. Right. Speak to you soon, Charlotte. Maybe see you soon. Right. Update for you. Wellington. This is going to be a bit of a long one, so I'll try and do this quick as I can, but this might be a long one. Right. Enough nattering, get on with it. Right. As you can now probably see, I've now added the forward fuselage floor, the forward fuselage section, which is basically all the cockpit, to the main floor section of the fuselage. This went together really well. No steps, no gaps. No steps or gaps, so from that point, really good fitter. It's a really good fitter, gents. Obviously, what I did is I glued the floor in, clamped it down with pegs, and then once it was securely down, I put the navigator's table in, which is that bit there, and obviously then these pieces, which is that tank, and obviously bulkheads 3 and 4 were actually pre-installed to the main floor. Bulkhead 1 and 2 was obviously there previously, and obviously the chair was there before it was added to this part of the cockpit, and obviously this was just this, and obviously the table is the latest addition to the cockpit. So that's the interior done. That's the floor, that's the cockpit, and that's the cockpit and fuselage, and the cockpit floor and the main fuselage floor done. So we'll just let you have a look at that. Next part of the update is if I can. Next part of the update. Let's get them both in focus. Okay, I'll show you them separately. Next part is that as you can see, I've detail painted up the Bristol Hercules 14-cylinder air-cooled radial engine. Air-cooled engine. This is the one of two. This is the first one. So yeah, and obviously I've mounted it to its mount. And I've mounted it to its mount. And I've posed the cowling flaps open so as if it's just about to start or it's just shut down, because quite often what happens is they leave the cowlings open, the cowlings open before they shut the engines down, and then when the engine shut down they close them with the remaining segments of the hydraulic pressure. So yeah, matte black for the overall thing, that bit, and then obviously I detail painted in the edge of the gear, I've detail painted the edge of the crankshaft case, and obviously then I've detail painted the ports, the ports that look to be for oil lines or oil and fuel lines, but I can't confirm that. So if any of you knows, if any of you guys are whizzes on the Bristol Hercules radials and know what these bits which I've painted in silver are, that'd be grateful. And obviously some of the paint has gone over from the area they're supposed to be painted on, but then I decided to disguise that as wear and tear, as weathering, because at the end of the day, if the Wellington came back, if the Wellingtons came back from missions, and the engines of, you know, if a Wellington had done maybe say 150 missions without being shot down, you can guarantee a lot of the components within the engine were pretty much ready for replacement. So you could probably say that this is a brand new engine. This is an engine that the outer cylinder casings are brand new. And the internal components are worn down, so in order to get to them they've had to take it off, and obviously paintwork from the heat of the engine obviously then gets the paint gets weak and it chips. So that's why I've done that. I'll get that in focus. So yeah, that's why I've done that. That's this will be the port engine. This will be I think this will be the port engine, the port side engine. So number 2 engine number 2, and obviously this is the starboard engine, which will be number 1, if I've got that correct. I should do. I'm a modelling enthusiast. Right, this is the engine 1. Same thing, same effects, except the chipping is a little bit more subtle in terms of there's not a lot of cylinders. In terms of quite a few cylinders have got the chipping, but there's one that hasn't got the chipping. So that's the engine. That's engine 1. So that's both the Bristol. Let me get them in focus. That's engines 1 and there's both the Bristol Hercules radials. Right, now and then the only final bit, I'll do that one first, is here we can see that I've painted the port side. This is the port fuselage. I've painted the inside in cockpit green, the bulk of it's in copper green, the cockpit section's in black, and the rear gun turret's in black. Starting from rear to front, from front to rear. Here you can see I've added because the Mark 10 had machine guns on both the port and starboard side windows. Here we can see that I've added the machine gun, the ammunition box, the machine gun mount, and then I've also added these two boxes. I don't know what they are for, so if you guys could tell me what they are, that'd be handy. And obviously I've detailed these two boxes. These two boxes that are just behind these two boxes here. I don't know what they're for. So if you guys could tell me what they're for, that'd be grand. And then obviously on this part of the fuselage, you've got some control. You've got a control wheel, some description. You've got a switch, what looks to be a switch. This is the control wheel here, where my finger is. This is a switch box of some description. And then these are what look to be a row of oxygen bottles, but obviously if they're not, could you guys tell me what they are, because that'd be handy. And then obviously this is the cockpit. This is the cockpit. This is not focusing. And obviously I painted it all black, and there's some controls there that are very faint because obviously they're all black. And this was on, and I've painted it black purely on reference photos that I used of the Vickers Wellington and of the inside of a Wellington that's being restored at Cosford, RF Cosford. So that's the Wellington. So that's the port fuselage. And the starboard fuselage is a lot more busier. Right. And obviously there's the gun and the window that protrudes the gun protrudes through. And I painted the outside. That bit all in there is 60. It's 78 cockpit green, because obviously the geodetic construction on the window also peers through. And then obviously, yeah, and then that's the machine gun. Just thought I'd show you that. Right, the other one. Right, anyway, as you can see, I've got standard same here. We've got the brown, we've got the four boxes, but I don't know what for. We've got the machine gun on its mount. We've got the machine gun on its mount, and we've got the ammunition box here. And then on this particular side, you've got a cabin, what looks to be the cabin, the heater. But if you could, I don't know if that's short, so I need some confirmation from somebody. A Wellington confirmation from somebody that knows quite a lot about the Wellington. And then obviously, then you've got these racks again. These oxygen bottles racks. Then you got two more what look to be oxygen bottles here, and then you got this rack, which eventually will house at a later sub-assembly stage the four rockets of some description. And then of course, when you come to the cockpit, you've got the control panel, the master electrical panel there. You got the pilot, you got the co-pilot's / flight engineer's seat here. You've got a control panel just above the co-pilot and flight engineer's seat. Be very faint though. Yeah, you got a control panel just above the flight engineer's seat. Co-pilot, you've got two control panels that are very faint just above. And then of course you've got the bombardier's nose. Then of course you've got this control panel here, which is the switches that the the bombardier would flick to check that all the bombs had released. To check that all the bombs had released. All the bombs had released when he pressed the old the plunger, that the trigger, the bomb release trigger, the bomb release trigger that releases the bombs. So yeah, that's the fuselage, and then obviously same on that side. You've got the inlet port of the cabin heater, and then obviously you got the window and the machine gun, and the other machine. You got the window and machine gun. So yeah, that's my progress on the Wellington. Now I'm going to go through you on the instructions what I've got to do next. So you will not see another update from me till I have assembled the nose and tail, the front and rear gun, the front and rear air gunners, the front Fraser-Nash gun turret, and the rear Fraser-Nash gun turret. And I may even, before that update, I may even do the two main wheels and the tail planes, but I don't know about that. Depends how I feel, really. Yeah, it depends how I feel. So yeah, so till that update video, which I don't know when it'll be, till that update video, which I don't know when it'll be, paint your hands and face, gluing your hands and face. Don't ignore your parents, be good for them, have fun modelling, stay safe, be happy, have fun modelling, stay safe, be happy modelling, stay safe, be happy, enjoy and have fun modelling. And until the next video, which I don't know when it will be, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next Wellington video, which I don't know when it will be. So till that vid, so till that vid, bye gents, bye gentlemen, bye gents, bye bye gentlemen.